right, so we're going to take a look at mid-segments of triangles. And mid-segments is exactly what it sounds like. What does mid remind you of? The word mid. Middle. So it's the middle segment. So for example, if this is a segment, it's the middle segment. So this one is in the middle, right? So which means that it cuts this is equal to that, and this is equal to that. Now notice I don't do one tick here because I don't know if this is equal to this. But what it means is you go to the middle of this point, draw a point, middle of this point, draw a point, and then connect that. That's the mid segment. So if it's the mid segment and this is 10, what would this be if it's the middle? It's going to be 5. And vice versa. If they give you this is 5, then the whole thing is going to be 10. So that's the information you basically need for all these questions. All right, so let's take a look at an example. So QR is 44. What is SU? Well, how do I get to SU? All I'm going to do is divide by 2. So this is 22. All right, what is the midpoint? Blah, blah, blah. If VW is 54, what is XZ? So how do I get from here to here? I'm going to divide by 2. So 54 divided by 2 is 27. All right, they give you WX, so this is 78, and they ask you, what is this? So how do you get from here to here? You're going to divide it by 2. Now, you don't always divide it by 2, so don't get in that habit. So that's 39. They give you WY, which is 23. So good. So now they've given you the middle. How do you get the whole thing? Well, if I divide by 2 from here, I get the middle. So it must be I do the opposite, which is multiply by 2 to get the whole thing. So if I did 23 times 2, I get 46. And I can check it like I've been doing before. 46 divided by 2 will give me the middle, 23. So either way, so if you're given the whole thing, you're dividing by 2. If you're given the part, you're multiplying by 2. All right, so you're given SW is 84. What is that? How do I get there? Multiply by 2. Do I make it longer or do I make it smaller? Divide by 2. I make it smaller, divide by 2. So that's going to be 42. All right, WX is 48. From here to here, am I making it bigger or am I making it smaller? I'm making it bigger. So what do? I multiply it by 2. So 48 by 2 is 96. Oh, I'm working on my mental math today. All right, now it becomes letters. It doesn't matter. The process is exactly the same. So go ahead and label what they give you. IJ is U. So IJ is U. HK is U minus 50. Okay, so let's say that they gave me this. To get this, I'm making it bigger, right? What would I do to this? I'd multiply it by 2. So what I need to do is take this, multiply it by 2, and that's going to give me that equals that. So U minus 50, all of it, in parentheses, multiplied by 2, is going to give me the whole thing. So remember, if this was 10, to get this, I'd multiply by 2 to get 20. So same idea. So go ahead and get in the house. That's going to be 2U minus 100 equals U. Draw my river. All right, what are you going to move? We're going to move 100. Move the 100 to the other side. What's it going to become? Positive 100. And now we can move U to the other side. And what's that going to become? Negative U. So on the left side, I have 2U minus U, which is U. On the right side, I have positive 100. Oh, and then read the question to make sure that they asked for the variable, not the length. Okay, so that's going to be something they're going to try and trick you on. Again, label what they give you. So YZ is P plus 6. VX is P minus 5. All right, from here to here, are we getting bigger or smaller? Bigger. So if I take this number and multiply it by what? 2, it's going to give me this. So multiply this by 2, it's going to equal this. So 2 times P minus 5 is equal to P plus 6. All right, go ahead and draw my river. Let's get in the house. So it's going to be 2P minus 10 equals P plus 6. All right, what do you want to move? Let me move this to that side. So what's that going to become? Negative P. That goes away. And then I'm going to move this to this side. What does that become? Positive 10. So now what do I have? I have 2P minus P, which is P. And then I have 6 plus 10, which is 16. And the question is, what's the value of p? So be careful. Sometimes they can ask you for the value of p. Sometimes they'll ask you for this, or sometimes they'll ask you for this. So just be careful. So 16. All right. So again, they're telling you that if this is equal to this, then this is the middle of this line. If this is equal to this, then this is the middle of this line, which joining those 2 points together is going to give you the mid-segment, which is going to be half of this whole thing. So go ahead and label GK is S, and HI is S minus 48. To go from here to here, what would I need to do? I'm making it bigger, right? So I need to multiply, not divide. So multiply by 2. So if I multiply that by 2, it's going to give me that. So write that down. 2S minus 48 equals the whole thing, which is S. Draw my river. Get in the house. 2S minus 40 times 2, 50, 196 equals S. What am I going to move? Let's move 96 to the other side. So it's going to be plus 96. And then move S to this side. That's going to be negative S. So 2S minus S is S. And that's 96. Bam. All right, so again, TU is Z plus 35. And then SU is 3Z. All right, so to go from here to here, what am I doing? I'm making it bigger. So I need to make this bigger, and I need to make it bigger by multiplying it by 2. So I'm going to have 3Z equals Z plus 35. Go ahead and draw my river. Get in the house. That's 6Z equals Z plus 35. Let's go ahead and move Z to the other side. So it's going to be negative Z. So 5Z equals 35. And how do I get Z by itself? Divide both sides by 5. So Z is equal to 7. And they're asking me for Z. P plus 75 is TU. TU is P plus 75. Vx is 2P. So this times 2 is equal to this. So 2 times 2P is equal to P plus 75. Go ahead and get in the house. 4P is equal to P plus 75. Take P to the other side, so that's going to be negative P. So 3P is equal to 75. Divide both sides by 3, and P is equal to 50.